All right. Greetings, Grandfather. Your lives now are changing, transforming, even as I speak here. You will be more perceptive with your instinct this year than you can imagine. So, knowing that, you need to understand that your physical feelings will at times feel to you like they're giving you all kinds of messages and you don't know what they are. I've given quite a few talks on instinct, and I think perhaps you'd most easily be able to find the teaching that Robbie has written about instinct on the blogs, probably on Mystical Man's World or Benevolent Magic, maybe a little bit on Explorer Race. So study up on that. You'll be ahead of the game, you might say. Also understand that because you will all have this heightened instinct, it's not because of some disaster or tragedy that is preventable. It will be because you need to be reminded that you are feeling beings first on earth, and that you are spiritual beings on earth, and that you are loving beings on earth, and oh yes, you are thinking beings, but not really. Thought has a tendency to be addictive in certain ways that have been harming you for a long time. I'm not here to indict thought, but I want to remind you that thought cannot love. It can want, it can need, it can desire, though those are also feelings. But thought in its own right cannot love. It is meant to be a means of communication, either with yourself or with others. But it is not a foundation upon which your soul self or your light being self or your physical personality is built. All right? So it is intended that you be reminded of this at times. And I'm reminding you because if you have times when you feel just so full of feelings you're just about to burst, not really, but that's how it feels, then go and read a bit about instinct. All right? It's not something that animals have exclusively. Your bodies are built of the same stuff theirs are, so I can assure you, you have instinct. Well, a blade of grass has instinct, so I think you do, okay? Now, there's more. If you live in the northern hemisphere of Earth, there's going to be a lot going on. You've noticed. Earthquakes and whatnot. I've talked about radiation. I'm not going to talk about that today. You have lots of homework you can do on that, and that's good. I will say it's a time to get to know your neighbors. So, make the effort. Another reminder. All right? If they don't want to be known, then don't push it. But if they seem friendly, and they might be safe, you feel, then make some new friends. Remember, friends are physical. And even though you might have friends on the internet that you don't know and have never met, but you do feel friendly towards them, this is a year to make more friends that are physical. All right? Good training for you. If it's hard for you to make friends, then give yourself a goal. I'm going to make one new friend this year. They're going to like me just the way I am, and I'm going to like them just the way they are. And if we change a little bit, we'll have time to get used to it. Just like that. So, and there's more. If you live in Asia, you know that things have been getting a little rough lately with the radiation. So if you have to, you might have to move a little bit, some of you folks. Quite obviously, there's been tragedies. And quite obviously, people in Asia, and some of the island nations especially, might just have to move. Please be ready in other countries to accept them. Okay? Just another reminder. Now, for you living in Asia in general, I have special homework for you. Okay? It's not complicated. I want you to consider that your lives are much more connected with each other than you realize. All right? And one could say that generally of all the people on earth. But in Asia especially, right now, there's a lot going on. And some of it isn't so much fun. But some of it is going to be more fun. There's going to be some spectacular things happening in your sky this year, especially over Asia. Not just talking about what you see in the normal night sky. And I'm not just talking about astronomical phenomena. There's going to be lights in the sky. There's going to be lots of color in the sky that scientists will want to explain away as this and that. And while I'm not saying that they're absolutely wrong, I am saying that that color in the sky is, for the most part, a gift. So I want you to think of it as a gift. And when you happen to see it with your friends or neighbors, just nod to each other. We've been blessed with this gift. If you see it at a time when you're just standing someplace, or it's at a time when you don't have to do something, you're not cutting food up for dinner, or you're not driving a vehicle, in short, you can stop and look at the sky. If you want to, if it's safe, the sun isn't, you're not looking right at the sun, just breathe in and out while you look at that color. You don't have to open your mouth. You can if you want to. A lot of that color in the sky is going to be very helpful, especially if it feels good to you, like love, warmth, or just friendly. Just look at it and breathe in and out like normal. Might just help you. Okay? Now, if you're in Europe, you're also going to have some interesting surprises. One of them is going to be something that you will swear after it happens was a dream, except you knew you weren't asleep. Many of you, not all, but many of you are going to hear a tune. That's right, an actual melody. For some of you, you'll hear it on something that you can identify as an instrument. It won't be with words, though some of you will identify some of the tune as sounding like chanting. Not a specific chant, but the tones that people might make. Others of you will swear it's violins, and so on. So it won't be the same for everybody. Again, if the tune feels good to you. While you're listening to it, just breathe in and out as normal. That's going to be a gift. Not everyone will experience it at the same time, and not everyone will hear it. But many of you will, and a lot of you who will be younger. And some of you will be elderly. Okay? So, if you happen to hear it, while others are hearing it, you can smile and nod at each other. And don't be attached to it being the same tune. Some of you will have the experience in sleep time and wake up, and it'll be like a song stuck in your head, but it'll go away in time. But a lot of you will have it as a daytime, meaning when you're awake experience, even if you work nights. Then it'll happen. So just know that it's going to be a good thing, and like with the color, which some of you might see both of those things, it will be a gift. So, as a gift, just to be thankful that you're having the experience of that gift and go on with your life. It might happen more than once. It's a gift. Now, there's more. If you live in North America, anywhere in North America, you're going to have another gift, but it will be a feeling. There'll be times when, for no reason that has anything to do with your life, just out of nowhere, you're going to feel a warmth someplace in your body, and that feeling will be your body reacting with that warmth, which is the physical experience of love, all right? And it won't be about anything going on in your life, though if you're with a loved one, it might be heightened, so you feel it even more. Your body will be reacting to something that is beyond the range of sight, meaning you couldn't see it with your eyes, okay? It will be beyond the range of tone, so you can't hear it. But it will be there, and your body will get this feeling of tremendous love. Some of you will feel it so strongly, you'll actually have tears running out of your eyes down your cheeks. Know that it's a gift, and that will be helpful. Others of you in the Northern Hemisphere, if I haven't specifically named the locations, you will have one of those experiences, or maybe all of them. Now, generally in the Southern Hemisphere, you're going to feel stronger. That's right. It's as if someone had breathed more life and vigorousness into your body. It doesn't make any difference if you're very young, if you're middle-aged, or you're very old. You're going to feel stronger physically. For some of you who are very young, it might interfere a little bit with your sleep because you'll have so much energy and so much strength. Well, you're not going to be lifting cars over your head, okay? But when I'm talking about strength, I mean endurance. You're going to have so much of that it might be a little longer to fall asleep. So might be better to go to bed a little earlier, maybe a half hour, 20 minutes earlier. Might take a while to relax enough to sleep, but then you'll sleep deeply. All right? For those of you who live in the extreme southern hemisphere, all right, not on one of the polar ice caps, but well south, there's a little homework for you. All right? I'd like you to do this sound. It's a sound that will help Mother Earth, and it will calm you, because the vigorousness you feel will sometimes be too much. So, this is the sound. Just like M's, all right? Some of you, it will feel better to go zzz, but you won't have to do it too long. Either one. If you're feeling like you're so stimulated and it's too much and you just can't run around the block for some reason, then make those tones and you'll just relax. All right? What's going on for the most part is that Earth is transforming, and you, as the human race, are remembering more of who you are. And this will accelerate, all right? In 2014, it'll be really noticeable. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I may have another predictions time that will come up, and I'll do another video for you. But this is all for now. Just know that I'm Grandfather, and I'm a spirit who works with mystical men, mystical women, and also I'm inclined to talk to those of you, heart to heart, who feel the natural world is your home, wherever that might be, and who feel love for all beings, at times, granted not all the time, and who feel you want to help people or beings in some way, or who feel you just want to be, and that's good enough. Love to you all. Good life.